creo. I had a bit of a surprise today. I now and again check the Zara website, even though we don't get all of the releases over in Australia. I still stalk that page like a crazy ex-girlfriend. My jaw dropped when I saw these brand new Zara fragrances. We actually got them here in Australia as well. I think they just launched like a few days ago or something. They look to be all rose fragrances. Now, you guys know that I am a fan of rose. Mr Zurri, even more so, loves his rose. I was more than happy to just pick all of them up. We've got Zara Rose, Mystic Rose, Rose Temeraire, and Rose Sincère, the most honest and genuine of roses. Now, I picked these up in store for $25.95 Australian dollars. They're 30 ml bottles. That's pretty standard for these cylindrical bottles. Now, I have not looked at any reviews or anything. I wanted to go in this completely blind and unbiased. I don't even know the notes. I haven't even read the notes yet, actually. I just saw that they were new and I grabbed them. All right, so here they all are. Very beautiful, standard cylindrical bottles. So let's start with Zara Rose. So this is interesting because on the website, it says Zara Rose is an EDT, yet on the bottle it says eau de parfum. So, a bit of an oopsie there, perhaps? So, Zara Rose is described as a flower like no other, an enigmatic fragrance wrapped in the richness of guaiac wood with an unexpected touch of pink pepper. Well, you had me up until pink pepper. I'm not so sure about this, but let's smell it. Can you just focus? Oh my god. Okay. It's a very muted, dusty rose. Very, very strong wood facet. I don't like the pink pepper in this one. I'm sorry. The pink pepper is so sharp. It's that kind of pink pepper that I hate, where it smells so synthetic and just sharp, and it just hits your nose just in the wrong way. Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about this one. I don't think I like it. The pink pepper's too sharp. The rose is like really flat and muted and soapy. It's like a soapy rose. Yeah, not a fan of this one, unfortunately. But okay, we won't let that stop us. Let's continue on. Let's smell the next one. Next of the four is Mystic Rose. So these are all EDPs. I don't know why it says EDT as well on the website. I think that's wrong. These are all EDPs. So Mystic Rose is described as a tribute to the Queen of Flowers, a majestic essence of rose, masterfully infused with delightful hints of cranberry and a spicy touch of amberwood. Okay, so we get a little bit of a tart fruit rose, perhaps? This one sounds more up my alley. Oh, whoa, that's super woody. Okay, I barely get that rose. The wood in here has like a weird medicinal quality. It's a really, it's actually quite masculine. It's a very masculine wood and rose combination. To be honest, that rose is really overpowered by that amberwood, and the cranberry, zero sweetness. It is just a very tart, sour, bitter cranberry. I wouldn't even say it's tart, because tart implies at least like some citrusiness, but I just get a bitter cranberry, a very deep, dark, edgy wood, and it's really just overpowering the rose. If you didn't say this had rose in it, I probably wouldn't have even known. I actually wonder if my partner would wear this, because to me this leans quite masculine, actually. So he might like this. Listen, it's not for me. I don't know. The wood, again, it's a sharp spiciness. It's not coming across like nice and breathable and aromatic and photorealistic. It's a very sharp, cheap smelling wood in here. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this one either, sadly. All right, guys, 0 for 2, but you know what? It could change. All right, let's not lose hope. All right, I'm gonna save them here. I'm gonna reassess them once they've dried down. So listen, don't get upset yet. There's still some hope for these. We could get a 50-50 win. It's still a failing grade, but okay, let's just continue. Next is Rose Temeraire. Okay, this one actually correctly states it's an EDP on the website. We love that. Rose Temeraire is described as an abstract bouquet of dark flowers intertwined with black plum, cherry nectar, and mystical woods, unveiling the boldest essence of rose. So they love adding these really strong wood facets to these rose scents. That really worries me. I'm finding that these woods are really easily overpowering these rose scents that they're using. Okay, black plum, cherry nectar. Love cherry sometimes. This could be a good one. There's got to be one good one in here. Oh, it's so sweet. Whoa, okay. It almost kind of reminds me of Guest Seduction Red with that cherry in there. It's got like a little bit of a fluffiness to it, but there is that wood. The wood facet is a lot stronger. There's still an interesting like soapiness in that wood. It's like a little bit sudsy and musty. It's not too strong, so it's not the worst. This is actually the best one so far. It's very sweet though, like almost sickly sweet, and it's a little bit sharp, the fruit in here. I don't mind the cherry in this one. I think where cherry fails us a lot of the times is that cherry doesn't tend to last. Cherry as a note doesn't tend to last very long. So if you smell this and you like it for the cherry, I don't have much hope for the dry down. But let's let this one sit. I don't mind it. It's not too bad. It's still a little bit soapy in like a musty way, and I'm not loving that, but okay. All right, I'm not mad at this one. I'm gonna let it dry down. Let's let it sit, and we'll revisit. The last one we have is Rose Sincère. So Rose Sincère is described as a seductive elixir of roses, gently infused with addictive notes of lychee and an alluring note of praline. Okay, so we've got a lychee and rose combination. That's a little bit worrying. We've been spoiled with a lot of really great rose and lychee fragrances, so I feel like when you smell this, I feel like I'm going to have really, unfortunately, really high bar for a rose and lychee combo. I'm not going to try and make judgments before I smell it. Let's see. Okay, it's not a super sweet lychee. It's more of a very light, citrusy, a very faint lychee. A very tart lychee. It's not heavy. It's not really that sweet. This one's a bit harder to pick up. The rose in this one is very flighty as well. It's not a heavy rose, very light, it's very dainty. Really not a sweet fragrance, especially right on the back of smelling the previous one. That one just like exploded my nose. This is definitely the weakest of the roses. It's okay. It's still kind of giving like a soap in a bathroom at like a department store. I feel like it's unfortunately way too easy to go that way with rose, just because of how common a note it is. It's so easy to draw those unfortunate associations. A cheap soap, a cheap lotion. I think maybe if you like a soapy, tart, citrusy lychee, you might like this one. It's really not a sweet fragrance. It's very light, it's very dainty. There is a little bit of sweetness, but again, on the back of smelling Temeraire, it's doesn't even come close. I don't know. I still don't really love it. To be quite honest with you, just based on smelling these initial sprays, I probably wouldn't wear any of these. I don't think they're very good, unfortunately. Maybe it's just because we've been spoiled with so many great rose scents. It's just even cheaper ones. I'm smelling these and there's nothing that's drawing me in. Let me do a lightning re-smell really quickly. Zara Rose. Bit of a bright rose. Still, there's not a lot of depth to it. It's very linear. The pink pepper has calmed down quite a bit, but it just adds like a slight sharpness that I don't like cheap pink pepper notes. It's so easy to go wrong with them. And I probably wouldn't wear it for that reason. I already don't really love pink pepper, so it really would have to blow me away to like it, and I don't like it in this one. Mystic Rose. Interestingly, very masculine leaning. It's almost like an oudy wood. It's got a slightly medicinal quality, but you might like that. The rose is actually quite overpowered. I really don't smell it much in this one. I feel like it's something my husband might like to wear. It's a very smoky, dark, maybe there's a little bit of rose in there, like really, really far in the back. It's a really bitter cranberry. It hasn't really changed much. Yeah, it's overwhelming, dark, smoky wood. Rose Temeraire. So sweet, very sweet. A little bit of a sharpness in the fruit. The sweetness is starting to calm down now. It's more of a bitter plum. I'm starting to smell that plum more. It's gone just more bitter. The wood is still a very overpowering facet in this one. Oh, yeah, I'm not liking it. I'm really not liking that one. And then lastly, Rose Sincère. This one's the lightest and the dustiest of all of the roses. There's almost a teetering on a powdery element to it. It's very soapy. It reminds me of a soap in a department store. Now that I've said it again, it's all I can think about. Not one I would wear, not one I would associate with a modern rose. It's not something for me. That's really unfortunate. I'm someone who actually really enjoys rose. The lychee is very, very tart and sour. It's not a strong fragrance overall. There's not really a lot of sweetness in this one. Not impressed. So far, honestly, I think Mystic Rose actually might be a hit for the masculine fragrance lovers. Hey babe, will you come here quickly? Okay, so this is Zara Rose.
It smells like, it reminds me of Lush.
Yeah, okay. So it is like, it's got like a soapy element.
Yeah, very soapy.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I'm just in a Lush at that point.
Yeah, okay. Next one, Mystic Rose. Very curious about this one. What you think?
Very green. It's not bad.
I thought that was actually quite masculine leaning, like something you might wear.
Yeah, there's not very strong rose in this.
No, it's very overpowered by the wood.
Yeah, very woody. Not bad.
Yeah.
Like better than Lush.
Yeah, okay.
Lush.
Yep. Would you wear this?
I'm not a wood guy.
You're not a wood guy?
Not really.
Really?
I mean, wood is everything, but like heavy wood.
Heavy wood. Yeah, okay. Not your cup of tea. All right. Rose Temeraire.
This one's like more fruity.
Yes.
Much more fruity.
Yes, very much. It's got plum and cherry.
I get the plum. None of them are very strong.
No.
Like, at least.
Actually, the Mystic Rose I found was the strongest one. And I couldn't even smell the rose, really. This one blasted my nose, though. This Rose Temeraire. Completely assaulted it.
I like this one.
You like that one?
Yeah, I do like it.
Yeah, okay. Well, like, if I wore that, you would be like, I like that on you.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not the strongest thing. But maybe that's playing a part in it. Like, if it was freshly sprayed, it might.
Well, I mean, it was only sprayed a few minutes ago,
yeah.
So.
But no, I still like it.
Okay. Mr. Zurri approves of Rose Temeraire. Good to know. All right. Rose Sincère.
I get the lychee.
Yeah, but it's not like a sweet lychee.
It's not, like, it's fruity, but not, it's more of a green fruity.
Yeah, yeah. I know these these completely blasted my receptors.
Yeah.
So which one's your favorite? Like, which one would you like to smell on me out of all of these, if any?
Probably the Temeraire.
Probably Temeraire, yeah. It's the sweetest one. It's got that cherry and the plum. Listen, rose is so dynamic. You can go a million even like actual roses. If you smell different breeds of rose, I don't know, what do you say? You can go anywhere from a dusty dark rose to a very fruity jammy rose. Like, the variety of roses that exist is very large. So
I do like at least in terms of the longevity, you know?
Strongevity.
Strong longevity.
Yeah.
Mystic Rose.
Mystic Rose.
I say longevity as if it's like, it still exists.
It's the strongest one, I think.
It definitely is. It just still exists.
It's like a smoky, it almost smells like oud.
Yeah, I think the Temeraire is the sweetness. I'm a sweet boy, so.
You're a sweet boy, yeah. I mean, men love sweet fragrances. You actually like smoky rose, though. So it doesn't surprise me you like the Mystic Rose.
The smoky rose is like that sultry.
Yeah.
It's like different occasions. Like
an
everyday Temeraire is nicer, I think.
Yeah. Okay. So. All right. Well, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Zurri, for your feedback. Appreciate that. It's always helpful to have a men's perspective.
Goodbye.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video was helpful. Listen, not the happiest with these 4. I feel like there was a lot of potential here, and I'm not loving any of these, unfortunately. So I'm not sure if I would personally wear them. Maybe Mystic Rose, maybe, is one that I could wear on a really cold night, maybe going out, and I want to smell like maybe more potentially seductive. It's got a smoky element. Mystic Rose is probably my personal favorite, although I hardly smell the rose in it, so take that for what you will. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think. Have you smelled these? Do you agree with my assessments? Yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.